Hey everyone, in this video I will walk you through everything you need to know about iExec, decentralized confidential computing, how iExec technology works and how you can integrate it in your project, and of course different use cases. Let's go and let's start with confidential computing. Typical security measures focus on protecting data at rest, meaning when it's stored and encrypted in a server, or in transit when it's traveling through different networks. But the real problem is the data need to be protected while in use. Why? Because for an application or a software to process it, it needs to see the data in plain text. This means data stay unencrypted in memory, making it vulnerable to malicious attacks. And it's exactly where confidential computing comes in. iExec stack is a mix between hardware-based technology for confidential computing and on-chain tech with the blockchain layer. But let's focus on the confidential computing. We are using Intel SGX and TDX chipset, and in this chipset, a small part of the memory is able to create what we call an enclave. An enclave is a kind of vault, a black box, where everything that happens in it remain totally private and confidential, the code and the processing. There is two key features: isolation and attestation reports. Isolation because enclaves keep the data locked away even if the system is compromised. Attestation reports is like a trust badge proving nothing has been tampered with. If we zoom into what iExec is running in this enclave, in this black box, we've got two elements. Database. Database able to store any kind of secret, API key, private key, whatever you want, in a total safe place. And iExec application. iExec application, or iApp, are application able to process any kind of data in this private and confidential environment thanks to this Intel SGX and TDX chipset. So now you know what confidential computing is. It's the magic that happens in the TEE, Trusted Execution Environment, a fully private and confidential space made possible by special hardware such as Intel SGX and TDX chipset. This tech protects your data while it's being used by an application. We have taken it one stage further by adding the blockchain layer and get awesome benefits like data ownership, management, and monetization. In simple terms, this means you get to decide how your data is used and who gets to benefit from it. Pretty cool, right? The combination of both technology, confidential computing, and Web3 is what we call decentralized confidential computing, the foundation of iExec technology. To make things easier for builders to use our technology, we created two main tools, DataProtector and iApp Generator. DataProtector is an end-to-end encryption tool that lets you protect your data, control who can access to it, and even monetize it within the Web3 ecosystem. iApp Generator is a CLI command tool that lets you create a TEE-compatible application in just one command line. The app is then deployed on our network and ready to process data protected by DataProtector in a secure and private environment. Of course, you don't always need to build your own iExec application with iApp Generator. We already offer ready-to-use use cases such as Web3 Mail or Web3 Telegram ready to be integrated in your project. Let's be a bit more technical and explain how DataProtector works. It's an SDK. You just need to run npm install or pnpm install and you will be able to add it in your project. Then you will be import it wherever you want and you will be able then to call every available method, such as protect data. If you want to protect the data, it's quite simple. You can use our code sandbox. Let's do a demo and click on create. You will sign two transactions, but there is some icon abstraction solution available on the market. Okay, as you can see, in return, you will have a blockchain address. What happened under the hood when I clicked on create a protected data? The data has been encrypted with a symmetric key. The symmetric key has been dropped in a database running in an enclave, this confidential black box. The encrypted data has been dropped on r.io, a decentralized public storage, our partner, but you can pick IPFS if you prefer. The final step is we are calling our smart contract DataProtector to create the data ownership with an NFT linked to your wallet. Okay, great. We use DataProtector to create a protected data, but on its own, it's useless. You need to authorize some stakeholders to use this protected data. Let's check the grant access method. I will, for the demo, authorize myself. Okay, access successfully granted. I used the grant access method, and as you can see there is some important parameter. Let's zoom a bit. You can see there the protected data. It's the blockchain address of the data. The authorized user, for the demo, I had my own address, but you can choose whoever you want, and you need his wallet address. And the last one is the most important one. You will need to authorize an iExec application. In the grant access process, you will need to authorize a user, but an iExec application too. An iExec application is an application able to run and process any kind of protected data in an enclave. Just to let you know and wrap up the Data Protector section, we've got Data Protector Sharing. It's a monetization add-on. With this add-on, you will be able to monetize your data within the Web3 ecosystem by using some method able to rent, subscribe, or rent any kind of data. You can check the content creator link in the description. Alright, we've now covered everything about Data Protector, a tool that lets you create protected data which can then be processed by special application running in a confidential and private environment called TEE. These applications are called iApp or iExec application. And if you have specific needs, you can create your own by using our command line tool called iApp generator. With just one command, you will have a TEE-compatible application set up in your local environment and ready to deploy. But if you don't need something custom, we also offer ready-to-integrate applications such as Web3 Mail and Web3 Telegram. Before we dive into those, let's first wrap up the classic workflow. Whether you are using an existing iExec application or build a custom one with our tool iApp Generator, the workflow remains the same. First step, the user needs to create a protected data with Data Protector. Second step, he will authorize a user and an iExec application, a custom one or an existing one. At the end, the authorized user will be able to process the protected data with the authorized iExec application. Let's now check our two main use cases, Web3 Telegram and Web3 Mail. At iExec, we already built some ready-to-use use cases that you can easily integrate in your project, like Web3 messaging, composed by Web3 Telegram and Web3 Mail. These tools let you send messages to an Ethereum address without knowing or storing the email or the Telegram handle. We've got content delivery. It's an application able to securely share content with authorized user and turn it into revenue. And of course, you can even build your custom iExec application. Another really powerful use case is the confidential AI approach. You know what is decentralized confidential computing, and you probably know what is AI model and AI framework. If we combine both, we give birth to confidential AI. It means you can run AI model and AI framework in our TEE, in our confidential and private environment. It means the model, the AI model, will be able to compute any kind of data in a private and in confidential space. And the cool stuff is you can monetize every step of the AI pipeline, from the inferences to the model training if you want. Getting started with iExec is easy. If you want to use an existing application like Web3 Mail or Web3 Telegram, you just need to install the right package and call every available method. If you want to build your own iExec application, you just need to generate a new one with iApp generator and a Docker Hub account in order to deploy it on the network. We are EVM compatible and run on Bell Core, our gasless sidechain, so you can build everything for free. And the best part, we are now on layer 2, giving your app access to more users and a bigger ecosystem. Of course, during the building phase, you won't be alone. You will have access to a dedicated support channel on our Discord, plus a bunch of starter kits and open source projects helping you to build faster with ready-to-use code snippets. If you've got any question, feel free to book a call with me using this QR code. You will find every useful links you need to start your iExec journey.